Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So this is going to be an oldie but a goodie, but you guys always ask for different water-soluble products, and I was cleaning and I thought, haven't done a video on these for a while, so I have a lot of new subscribers. Thank you so much and welcome to my channel. And if you just found me and you like what I do, please subscribe, click the button down below, click that little bell next to it. I'd appreciate it and come along on the ride with me. So I have some watercolor paper here, and I have, and if you've been with me for a while, you know the box, and I'm sorry about my light, but take this off. These are called Crayola Twistables Slick Sticks. And you can get these at Michael's and Target and wherever. And if you get them from Michael's, Hobby Lobby, that kind of thing, use a coupon, you get them 40% off. Now, I've used these quite a bit, so some of them are already gone. But you can see you get a nice variety of colors as well as silver and gold. So I'm going to apply a little bit so I can show you kind of what they do. So let's do the blue. And what they are like lipsticks. And then you twist them, look, and they go up and up and up. And obviously they're for kids, but I'm a big kid, and I know a lot of you out there are as well. So I just have a piece of watercolor paper, and I'm going to show you dry and wet. So I'm just going to give it a little squirt like that. And when you go over it, now you can see, and a lot of the same like gelatos and all those things, they do this as well. They put the imprint in there. So when you go to, spread it out or whatever, it makes it a little bit harder to do. So what I like to do, let me show you. Do a little scribble on there. And I usually go in with a smaller brush to work in the details. You like to work in smaller. And it makes it a little bit better. But the best thing to do is, let's do purple. Let me show you purple. Purple. Piece of wax paper, a piece of this is my non-stick mat. You can do, whatever you have that's non-stick. Piece of foil, And then I like to go in and saturate, and then turns into watercolor. Look how cool. So you can do backgrounds, you can do you want to paint, maybe you're going to do some flowers. Look at me go like I know what I'm doing. I don't, I'm just saying. But look at that flower. I wouldn't like a little flower like that. But you see what I'm saying? So you just pick up and do your thing. Now you also can use it with, let's say I got this here, like a stencil. So you can use your makeup sponge or whatever you have. But look at that. This is just off your onion bag or shallots or whatever you have. So that's another really cool way. Look at that texture. I'm trying to use, stuff that we can use it. We have at home. And I'm dragging it, and when I drag it, it even gets into a finer kind of thing. So very, very cool. And like I said, you can see how cool that is. Just very, inexpensive. Now you can go and use your coupons, obviously, at your local craft stores and all. And I think the gelatos might come 5 in a pack or something like that. There's nothing, wrong with that, of course. But some of us have kids and you don't want them to use your gelatos, but you want to maybe sit and craft with them and that kind of thing. So this, let me turn over. This is just a stencil that I still have in its plastic, because I know a lot of us don't have nonstick mats and that kind of thing. And this can be plastic from anything. It could be, from a package, from, it could be parchment paper, wax paper, it doesn't matter. So I have that sitting there. And so I thought I'd kind of do a background. I already kind of started on here, as you can see, but let's see how a background does. Now remember, these are water soluble, which means when I go back in with wet water, what other kind of water is there? When I go back in, like this is about dry here, it'll reactivate it. Okay, which as a mixed media artist, I don't care, but you might care, and I totally get that. So, you know, keep that in mind. Something you can do is take a little bit of your Mod Podge matte, mix it in as your, let me show you because I know I'll get questions. And that's okay. Questions are good. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my Mod Podge matte. You can use your glue all or school glue, whatever you have. And then I'll take, let's do red. Just like to show you these cut. Look at that. Oh, it'd be a lipstick that I would love. And then we're just going to do this. Just laying it down. Rat, anybody? And then I'll wet my brush a little bit with that Mod Podge and go in. Now remember, Mod Podge dries clear, so it's going to mix a little bit because it's white. Don't worry about it. And if you want a little bit more color, we can just lay it here. And then take this. And you can see it makes it deeper. So can you though? Because this lighting with the sun and the knot. Oh, I'm going to show you though, because I want you to see this. So if you're doing paintings and you need like a shadow or something like that, you can see this one's a little deeper, especially if I lay that like that and then take this one. You can see a little bit, it's a little deeper. So for shadows, it would be good. So let's do another color while I have this. Let's do yellow, and then we can, this is very annoying today, we can mix it and see. We'll do up here. Yellow, 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 yellow. And I'm going to do quite a bit. And then the other color I'm going to do, I don't want to do black. Let's, what other color? Let's just play today. Orange, right? We'll do orange over here. Now, obviously, I left the stencil in there, so it has a little bit of texture, so it's, you know, but it's no big deal. All right, so I'll take some of this. Oh, I got a little bit of red still on there, but that's okay. And I'm just going to go in and wet this. And I'm only doing a little bit at a time just to show you guys on video. I am going to wet my paper though. I'm not going to spend hours doing, you know, I just want to show you. And look how that spreads and you get really cool. Let's see, let's do our yellow, our orange. Yellow. I'm going to take some of this. And what the Mod Podge is doing is going to help make it permanent when it's dry. Just going to lay some of this down. Now, it will mix, you know, and lift some of that other, especially if it's not, like you see how it's making it a glaze? Can you even see? Why is my lighting so bad? Yeah, so. Yeah, that's not helping it either. I don't know what the problem is. Let's see if that helps. Okay. So I'm just gonna lay this, and we're kind of making a glaze, like I said. So the mixed media aspect of it is we're mixing Mod Podge, and because mixed media is just mixing any kind of media. Let's do some of it here, the yellow, so you can see. See how it lifts a little bit? Same with the purple. And we're just making a background. So if you mess up, it's not that big a deal. But we're just, remember, we're just doing a background. Okay. Do some of the dark. Ooh, yeah. You can take your sponge or your makeup sponge or whatever you have if you want to do a little dabble, do ya? I don't know if this will work on here because it's really, just to get some marks. See how it's kind of pushing it, but it's also smudging it in a way that I don't want all the brown. But I'm okay with that. It's okay. That's okay. I'll go with some brighter colors. So I won't add any water other than what I did to dilute it with the glue. As you can see how dark you can get them. I'll do some yellow here. Okay, so what happens if you get to this point and you're like, oh my, it's getting a little muddy and I have to dry it? Well, you dry it. You take your heat gun and dry it. And it's not going to take long. Remember, this is just our base. Now, obviously, we are, I mean, you know, this is our bottom layer. This isn't going to be our top layer. But with it being dry, I can go on a little bit more and spread it around some more colors as long as I clean my brush. Let me do a little bit more of the orange. And it won't lift as bad. Now, yes, it's going to still lift, just like every other watercolor product out there, but it won't be, you know, if it's as wet. I can even go in at this point and just lay it down like that. Not caring if I get a little scribbles, but look at that, how bright. And I'm going to go over this purple just so you can see. There's my brush. And that's another key. Rinse your brush often because you won't cross-contaminate. And I'm just moving that up. Moving on up. Now let me show you. Oh, we'll do a little bit of red right there, just like that. And I'm going to mix it because I know, Now, you notice I didn't put any Mod Podge or anything on that, okay? I'm going to pull this down. You can still see the line there where I drew. I'm not worried about it because it's mixed media. And I'm going to dry this. And I love it. The base layers for mixed media is not, I mean, it's the more fun. It's most funnest. The most funner. I don't know the right word, but it's fun. It's my favorite part because you get to play and not worry that I made this flower here or whatever. So I'm going to scrub this with some water and you can see it's not coming up. And that's with the Mod Podge. So remember, do you know what I mean? To mix your Mod Podge in. Now, very quickly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to squirt. That's what she said. Okay, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to take some, what color haven't we used? We haven't used dark blue. Oh, because it's empty. Oh, but look at me go. I'm doing this. A little piece of it fell out somewhere, which happens. Okay, I'm looking, I got a bird feeder out there. I hear birds. All I want is the birds to eat my bird food. Any tips? Let me know. Yeah, see, that fell out. And let's see if we can fix it. I'm not playing around with that. But anyway, let's do this color. Oh, look at that pretty color, blue. And I'm doing it sideways, which I like. Oh, I love that texture. Look at that. Oh, yes, please. Yes. All right, so I'm putting it back in there, and I should mark on there, but I won't. Okay, so I remember. I'm going to take some of this Mod Podge, and I'm going to go in here to activate it, which means this would be permanent once it's dry. And I'm just going to drag it, and I'm going to drag it. Now I really like this little here, so, and I'm going to actually turn this, and I'm just going to pull it through. I'm not going to wet again. Now look at that. Look how cool that is. Do you know how great that is? And then I can go in with the end of my paintbrush and scribble on it to make some texture if I want, or maybe you want to write words or whatever your gig is. Sometimes I like to write quotes underneath my paintings, which I do a lot. So, you know, when people buy it, it's like a way for me to give them good luck or, you know, whatever. So yeah, so I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to dry it again, and then I will be back. Okay, so all I did was I dried this and I wiped that off. It's easy. You just wipe it off. Not a big deal. And then you're ready for more color, if that's what you want. So I want to show you, like you see here, we have this and scribble, and I didn't do anything with it. I just let it sit here. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Mod Podge, and this isn't, I'm just showing you what I use. You use whatever you want. And if I go in with it, my brush is wet. It's not so wet. You can wet it obviously more, but it also turns into a glaze-like thing. And I can't remember if I said that. I think I said that right there, but this is just plain Mod Podge. And then what happens is it becomes permanent. So this glaze. So this is a great way to make a glaze if for any kind of painting that you're doing. So I'm going to set that back there. We're going to go in with, I want something in here, and I think I'm just going to go in with some red. I think we need some reds, and I'm going to try the gold and silver just to show you, and then I think some green. So, all right, that has mold on it, and that is probably, it's not the company's fault. It's that I've had that. I mean, you guys know I've had these for a while, but the silver is fine. So, you can barely see the silver, but we're going to try it anyway. And we have some black, which black's always going to be a little stronger. And we have brown, which I'm not going to use. How about some green? Okay. Now, what could have happened was, with the gold, is I could have used water on it and then didn't leave it dry, which will happen in all of your stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go in. I like to go lighter to dark, so I'm just going to go in with the red. I just wet my brush. I don't have anything on it. And I just want to lay down some color. Just very loosely. Like I said, this is just a background. Now, you could add a stripe, you know, you could do whatever you want. We'll go in with the green. I'm just going to go on top of the brush, just holding it and just adding some lines and some squiggles. Go over the blue a little bit. So you can see how you use it as a watercolor. I know, quite a mess, right? Oh, Kelly. What kind of background is this? Oh, it's going to get better. All right, so I mixed it a little bit with the green, and you could see it made a nice, like, violet color. And I said violet, not violent. So please, okay. And that is the background. Now, the fun part. I'm going to take my black. I'm going to get it liquefied. And I might even put some more, because that's just the kind of mood I've been in. Look at me go. Look at me go. And then I'm going to take my rolly. And what I'm going to do is, once this is dry, I'm going to work on top of it. I'll do it in another video and just speed through it, because I know it'll take too long for me to sit and play. But you can see it pushes all that back, which I love. And then you can go in with your paintbrush. Maybe you have areas that you want to darken up a little bit. I don't mind these little white areas that come through. They don't bother me. But like, look how cool this looks over here. And that's all you do. And these are fun. These are so much fun. So now I will let that dry. And then, like I said, I will go over it and play. Maybe add some color on top once that black's dry, just to bring a little bit of the color forward. See how, like, and you can blend these with your fingers as well. But everything's kind of still wet, so I don't want to really play until everything's dry. So now I can go over top with some dry. So I just wanted to show you guys fun, you know, playing with these and doing the background and how you can make them a little bit more permanent for you new subscribers, who I'm so grateful for, you know, in case you want to play with the kids or even yourself. A lot of us don't have a lot of money, so going out and buying Crayola crayons or markers or watercolor or these to play, you know, how can you go wrong? You can't. So give me a thumbs up, please. If you enjoyed this, leave it for me. I appreciate it. And again, if you just found me, please click subscribe down below and the notification bell. And as always, I'm just going to let you guys know, down below is a link to these and a bunch of other products that I use on the regular. If you're interested in supporting me and my channel in any way, anything you buy from Amazon, from that link down below will give you, will give me rather a few cents for every purchase you make, and I do appreciate it. So I love you guys. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Look for the video for me working on top of this and doing a odd girl or something on top. And please be kind to each other, please. I can't express it enough. And I love you guys. And thank you to all my new subscribers and all my old subscribers and everybody. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.